What up, it's your boy, Dick Incredible Man, and yes, I am back at it again, and this is Black Clover episode 148 review, and I want to say it was anticlimactic, but I feel like this was the best conclusion overall. Let's get into it, man.
I don't think I do it good, no, I think I do it great. They would do it if they could, they can't do it so they hate. Everybody wanna look, but nobody wanna play. Stealing eyes.
Well, this was the conclusion of the Devil Believers, aka the Devil Banishers arc, and like I said, it seemed a little anticlimactic, but I feel like this was the best resolution overall to solve everything, and it kind of answered a lot of questions dealing with everything, and it gave us answers, and it gave us a nice resolution to everybody, and we kind of got that ending that we needed, not the one we wanted, but the one that we needed to kind of just set up for everything, if you kind of catch my drift. This episode being the conclusion of that whole arc, we see that the Devil Banishers have been caught by Yami and they can't go anywhere. They still have a plan, but like we don't know how they're going to enact it, because we see that Dazu had a bomb in her bag to kind of just blow up everything. And we see that she used everybody's magic and her catalyst magic to summon all of the magic she could, and that ended up summoning I want to say maybe like a frost giant or something. And we see Nozel and Fuegolan coming there with Yami. So we have 3 Magic Knight captains there, and the Devil Banishers with people that barely have any magic trying to combat against these 3 people, a frost giant, and some other squad members of the Black Bulls. Now, in that situation, you would think that a whole fight would ensue, but it didn't. We have the frost giant trying to kill everybody, and we have the 3 Magic Knight captains taking him down with ease, and we have the Magna, Noel, Nero, and Asta saving these other people and the Devil Believers, sacrificing themselves, because that's what they do. They're Magic Knight squad members, and they put themselves on the line for the kingdom and for the people in the village and everything. So they risk their lives for these people, and that didn't change. They even done it even after these people kidnapped Nero and Mari and Asta and Noel. Like, they still put their lives on the line to save these people and the Devil Believers as well. And that kind of changed how Dazu and Bo and all these other people were looking at the Magic Knight squad captains and the members. It was like, well, they saved us when they didn't have to, because Asta even sacrificed his head and bashed the rock, and he didn't use his magic. Everybody else used their magic powers, but Asta didn't. He used his straight brute strength to save these people. So now they're looking at them and a little different. It was like, well, wow, they didn't have to save us, but they did. And son, the part where we see Fuegolan, Nozel, and Yami putting in work, we have Fuegolan and Nozel out here flying, putting in work, and Yami's out here on his bare feet, running and jumping and slicing and dicing this frost giant. So that whole action sequence was boss, and I'm glad that we did get a fight in this ending arc, at the ending of this arc, because I felt like a fight was needed. Like I said in the beginning, I thought that a fight would ensue between these people, and we knew how that would have went if they fought the Magic Knight squad captains, because they just didn't have enough magic. But we got that fight between 3 captains and the frost giant, and after that's all said and done, they're still looking like, well, you guys can't stop us. We're going on to the Spade Kingdom. And that's when William pops up, and he gives this huge, long out, drawn speech that's actually very valid. Kind of ties into everything I've been saying about this arc, that, you know, we are trying to change it. Give us a chance, give us time, because this takes time, because a lot of these people in power don't want change, but you have to give us time to actually make that change. And then we see Yami kind of break down, well, hey, I know where you guys are coming from too, because when I washed up on your shores, I was a foreigner, I didn't speak your language, but Julius took me in and helped me and taught me. And like Yumi said, like, a bunch of his members are outcasts. We have Zora, we have who else we have? We have Henry, we have Ghosh, we have Gordon, we have who else do we have? We have Noel, we have Asta, we have Magna, and Magna and Asta are both peasants. Luck, you know, his whole little story, Zora's whole story. We all know Ghosh's past. So like, Yami kind of just poured out his heart to these people. You know, like, I'm a foreigner, and almost my whole squad has been through something, and that's why I chose them, to let them know that there's still someone willing to be there for them and help them and be by their side. And that's why we love the Black Bulls. We have Vanessa that's been through some stuff. So that's why we love the Black Bulls, because Black Bulls have been through hardships. And we've been right there with them as they overcame every circumstance that they've been put in front of. And as a core group, that's the group that we see throughout the series, but we still have that feeling because they're such a great group. And Yami poured out his heart. Vengeance even took off his helmet, which he doesn't do, and showed these people and told them that, hey, we're trying to change stuff. Give us a chance. Fuegolan even put his family's name on the line, and Nozzle kind of said his little bit. So like everybody was putting in their 2 cents, was like, hey, give us a chance. And that touched the people that was out there listening. It was like, you know what? If these Magic Knight captains have this much to say about it and they're so intent on it, we'll give them a chance. We'll go home and we'll just leave. Now, for the Devil Believers, that was something totally different because they committed a bunch of crimes. They kidnapped people. They killed people. Y'all done some stuff, man. Okay, so you were going to be judged. And then we have Dominato there to judge them. But, like, they didn't have any kind of harsh sentence. They just was banished from the kingdom. And that's what they ultimately wanted. And that's why I said it felt a little anticlimactic. But at the same time, it was a nice resolution because we see that they got ultimately what they wanted. And they're banished from the Clover Kingdom. And for some reason, they're still trying to push on to the Spade Kingdom. And we all know that that's not going to work if they were to make it there. But with like 5 people and no actual magic powers or whatever like that, not those strong magic powers, I don't see them crossing this strong magic region and living. And I think that's what this episode was, to show that we didn't have to kill them. We just let them make their own choices. If they wanted to leave, let them leave. But they're not going to make it past the strong magic region. They're definitely going to die. But something the Devil Believer said was that, if you guys don't hold up to your promise, someone like us would definitely rise up and take our spot, because that's just how stuff like that works. But yeah, we knew they weren't going to live. I don't see them living past the strong magic region. And that's where we get the ending of the episode. And we see that Dazu did indeed let her family die. She didn't kill them, but she let them die. And we heard what her husband said. He called her a useless wench. So all of the stuff that she was telling us about this episode was like, she felt like deep down, like they were making fun of her and really, they didn't really care about her. Now on the surface, they did a lot of stuff, but deep down, she felt like they were mocking her on the inside and everything. And that shows when we finally hear and understand what he said that kind of got cut off from the very beginning of this arc. He called her a useless wench, and that kind of just fed her up. And we see at the beginning of the episode, we see her and Bo kind of having their whole relationship and everything. So overall, it was a nice episode, and I get the conclusion, and I actually really enjoyed it once it was all said and done, and I understand it. And we see Asta, Noel, Nero, and everybody kind of just looking on. We see Asta and Nero looking on. I was like, let's go. Because we know that they're going to die once they grow off into this strong magic region. But overall, it was a nice conclusion to this arc that had built up so much. And I'm kind of glad that we didn't see them die on screen, because they would have set like a whole different precedence. But to have them die off camera, going into the strong magic region, trying to obtain what they wanted, was a much better and nicer conclusion than what if an actual battle ensued. But that's my review, man, and that's what I thought about it. And overall, the arc was good. The episodes were wonderful, and these last couple episodes were just beautiful and just animated so well, and I really enjoyed it, man. This is your boy, Incredible. Don't forget to smash the like button so you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them, and subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. And remember that anime matters, anime is greatness, and anime is life, man. Peace out.
I cannot complain because today, I'm doing my